I have a replay here between Doomsage and I believe that's Son of Kiernan. I believe that's Son of Kiernan. Ugh, Escape the Greatest Hits. With some silly builds. Haven't seen a Plague Priest on a bill in a very long time. Alright. For the Scavinos, we have a bunch of Clan Rats and Skaven Slaves scattered throughout a box. We have 2 Warp Fire Throwers, 4 Rat Ogres, one of which is the Pit Fighter Fells Deep. We do have the Avalanche Mortars, Deathmaster Snitch with his Net, his Spinny Spin, and Slippery. We have a Plague Priest on his Plague Furnace that does damage AoE when you're in melee with him, with a Summon and the Pestilent Breath. On the other side, for the Greenskins, we have 2 Goblin Wolf Riders all on a flank. Grimgor Ironhide, an Orc Shaman with Brainburster and Edbot. Then we have, I believe I saw 4 Stone Trolls, 4 Squigs, a whole bunch of Goblins with some Orc Boys throughout, and the Moon Howlers, another Goblin Wolf Rider. That's a lot of Goblin Wolf Riders. For a unit you almost never see. You get 3 of them at once. Greenskins are starting their advance. Squigs piling into Skaven Slaves. They had Goblin support, and then they didn't. Meanwhile, the Avalanche Mortars just kill an entire Clan Rat because fuck it, I guess. But they take the Squigs with them. Thankfully, the Plague Priest is here to fill the gap with a Summon. Warp Fire Throwers fire into some Orc Boys, do a little bit of damage, get that burnt debuff down, take those guys' leadership real low. And the Greenskins are mass routing on the right side, while the left side hasn't quite reached the front line yet, so a bit of a disorganized engagement so far. These Stone Trolls are fighting on top of Orc Boys, but the Warp Fire Throwers are about to give them the business. Wow, big damage. Such big damage from the Warp Fire Throwers, he said jokingly. Goblin Wolf Riders are here at last, trying to save the day, trying to knock out the Avalanche Mortars at least for a little bit, though it looks like Deathmaster Snitch and his dogs have something to say about it. I didn't even know there were Werewolf Rats. I think the Skaven build was just so tightly put together I couldn't see everything. Warp Fire Throwers trying to get some shots off on the advancing Greenskins, though they're having line of sight issues. Stone Trolls, Wolf Riders, everything on the front line is falling apart for the Greenskins. Though the back line has been slightly compromised for now, it will reorganize and get back into the fight very soon. Bounce power is slightly Skaven favored, though I think things are going quite poorly for the Greenskins so far. Stone Trolls, Grimgor, all this stuff trying to get through, but the Clan Rats are holding for now. Warp Fire Throwers trying to get away from these Goblins as Wolf Riders and Rat Ogres continue to peel. The Warp Fire Throwers still going absolutely nuts on these Orc Boys and Trolls. That burnt leadership debuff they have on their shots is helping get rid of more of the Greenskins, just get them routing. Right. Quick Brainburster comes out on the Clan Rats with spears. Skaven do take a lead on the balance of power. And the Edbot is going to follow up on those guys. The Waz popped. I don't know if it's the first or the second. If it was the second, I missed the first. But I don't know, man. Greenskins are looking real tired. I don't know how much more they can do. They do at last take out the Avalanche Mortar team with some Stone Trolls, leaving this game with just 2 ranged units for their carries. One of the Warp Fire Throwers is also saturated with foes, so that really leaves 1 of them to fire, but 1 should be enough, and the Skaven have enough of a lead, it should be fine, but the balance power is creeping back towards the middle for the Greenskins. Skaven are using a lot of summons, so I guess that's hard to just look over the battlefield and see health bars and determine what their strength is when some of them aren't real. Still have some Clan Rats, still have some Rat Ogres. The Plague Priest is going burr at the moment, grinding through all these guys with his Mortis effects. His spears try and support him. Stone Trolls have gotten a full surround, though they tend to struggle to actually beat down the Plague Priest, as Warp Fire Throwers continue to try and dissuade any Greenskin reinforcements that are already damaged from returning with their good leadership debuffs. A mass rout for the Greenskins in the middle, leaving only some Orc Boys, Stone Trolls, and of course Grimgor in the fight. And Orc Shaman is also kind of getting bodied. Oh, and there's another leadership debuff from the Plague Priest with Contaminated. I'm kind of surprised if you brought Snitch and you have all this leadership debuff, you didn't bring his Dread Aversion or whatever. The minus leadership aura Snitch just has, but you can take it off, and the Doomsage took it off. If you're just going for leadership stacking, I'm curious why that wasn't brought. Bounce power once again creeps in the favor of the Skaven as the last Stone Troll that's still in the fight thinks about leaving. Orc Boys also aren't doing too good. The Skaven have created quite a pile of Rat Ogres And the Warp Fire Throwers on the side continue to just roast any reinforcements the Greenskins have coming from that north flank. Grimgor's been giving it to the Plague Priest, though, and Stone Trolls rejoin the fight. Can Grimgor keep them here? He has Stand Your Ground, though I don't know if it's up. Because if it's up, he could pop it right now, and that would probably, honestly, kill the Plague Priest. This Snitch is nearby just trying to do some stuff. Rat Ogres, all 4 of them are in this area. 2 are rather healthy, 2 are rather injured, so we'll see how many actually stick around. Stone Trolls route yet again, though. Stand Your Ground was not popped in time to save them. Whether or not it was on cooldown, don't know. Warp Fire Throwers still firing in. These guys, like, they're not going to get crazy value by the end of the game, probably. 1,000 is nice, but just the amount of stuff they've routed over and over again is very, very good. Now the Brain Burst, it does almost 0 damage to these Rat Ogres, but the thought was appreciated, I'm sure. Plague Priest, you've burned a lot of summons. Do you even have any left? You have 2 left. Oh, okay. Then Grimgor definitely wants to take you out. Warp Fire Throwers continuing to shoot at Orc Boys, who are trying to get onto the Warp Fire Throwers, but it's proving to be a tough task. Grimgor continues to beat up on random Rat Ogres. Your Next was even thrown down onto the Plague Priest. Yeah, I'm having so many troubles talking today, man. Anyway, makes his stats 6 and 0, which is not good. Not good at all. Full health Snitch has been running around. Looks like he was trying to catch the Orc Shaman, and to not much luck. Greenskins have very little left besides their Shaman and Grimgor. Like, these Stone Trolls are trying to heal up, but their leadership is just so bad at the moment. I don't think they're a bad unit. I just meant, like, Trolls' weakness is their leadership, and their leadership's already really, really low. That if the Warp Fire Throwers even, like, look at them, they're just gonna rout. These guys, they get hit with some Warp Fire Throwers. They're actually holding for now, though I suspect that'll all wear off. Grimgor is under attack by Snitch. He turns and starts fighting back. Warp Fire Throwers trying to get one more good shot onto the Stone Trolls, but just as they're about to fire, they change targets, allowing for a rear charge from the Stone Trolls to hit them. They do some little poke to the Orc Boys up on the high ground, but they will get shut down at last. Grimgor's dueling Snitch. 70, 55 are his stats, and he does get more melee defense and damage resistance if enemy lord or hero is nearby, so he is kind of juiced right now. Snitch has 70, 50 for melee stats, though, so he is no slouch in melee combat at all. Another Clan Rat summon is going to spook off the Stone Trolls most likely, and the Warp Fire Throwers took a lot of damage, but we'll be okay. On the other side, more rallying Stone Trolls have actually destroyed the Pit Fighters of Hell's Deep while sticking next to that Orc Shaman for some leadership, and Grimgor continues to fight Snitch. He has Stand Your Ground pop, but he's missing Snitch an awful lot. Oh, because of Slippery. So it's 70-79 versus 70-74. Even with Slippery, like, I feel like he didn't have Slippery before, and Grimgor is just missing all the time. All right, it's back to 70-55, and he misses again on Snitch a couple times. Yeah, he is just not hitting Snitch. Your Next eventually gets popped, slowing that little guy down. The Orc Shaman on his boar is trying to get some free hits on him. Stone Trolls are also piling over, but Stone Trolls, while they surround Snitch and while they try to get Grimgor into the fight, the Whirling Blades plus the Warp Fire Thrower is going to do a number on their leadership. Not their health, but their leadership. And you see Grimgor still taking damage, like Snitch just isn't. I don't know, man. You can go into all the stats arguments you want, but Grimgor should have hit him more than once by now. Misses yet again. And some terrible RNG for Grimgor in the late game is costing him a ton. Like, that's not a player's fault. He just is not hitting Snitch at all. Everything is about to rout. Army losses is honestly going to hit soon, and Grimgor now decides that maybe hitting Snitch is a good idea, but it's too late, and he loses. Damn. That was some terrible RNG from Grimgor. Good God. Anyway. Doomsage, Snitch did fine. Plague Priest did fine. Avalanche Mortars did fine. Rat Ogres overall did quite well. Warp Fire Throwers, between the 2 of them, did well, but it was mostly just one. Did great. Dogs did fine. Clan Rats held for a very, very long time. And that's that. Grimgor really struggled to get his value back. Stone Trolls did well. Orc Shaman did okay. Some of the squigs did alright. Nothing else is impressing me too much here. GG's. Roar. Subscribe, yes, yes.